Hi everyone, so today I'll be doing a, I don't know why I always clamp. Hi everyone, so today what I will be doing is a luminous foundation routine. I posted about this a little while ago on my Instagram and I asked if people would want to see how I get a luminous face. And a couple of people said yes. Is a good enough amount of people to say yes. So I decided to kind of film my luminous routine. I tend to usually stick with a more matte face, but when I want to look a little more healthy and to kind of show off my skin a little bit more, I go and I do this, which is a luminous type of more natural look. Before you go and watch this, go ahead and click the subscribe button and like this video. Yeah, let's just get right on it. So to begin with, I already have my face moisturized and everything's kind of set all the way up. So I did use the LaLa Retro Whipped Cream by Drunk Elephant as a facial moisturizer, and then I also used the Shaba Complex Eye Serum for my under eyes. This is also by Drunk Elephant. So it's been a while since I put all of that on, so my face is like all ready and good to go. So for primer, what I'm gonna use is the Cover FX Illuminating Primer. So I'm gonna use that. I'm just gonna squeeze about this much on my finger, and then I'm going to rub this all over my face. For my foundation, I'm going to be using the Bare Minerals Bare Pro. So it looks like this. I got this in the color Natural 11. I go and take a couple of pumps on the back of my hand. But before I start to blend anything out, I'm gonna go in with the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Mist. So this on top of your foundation and your powders when it's set, if you spray your face with this, it's going to make you look super oily and just not make anything last. So the way to really create a dewy kind of luminous long-lasting look is to spray this on your face before you apply your foundation, and then you go in with that foundation and then you'll set your face with an actual setting spray. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna spray my face with this, and then I'm gonna take my foundation and I'm going to dab this on, and I'm going to start blending things out. And as always, I'm using a damp beauty blender. And I didn't wait for that Tatcha spray to really dry down or anything like that. I just sprayed it and started applying that foundation. For concealer, I'm going to go into the Instant Age Rewind. This is in the color Light. And I've been bringing up my concealer like all the way to my temples. That really just kind of lifts your whole face up a little bit, which is nice. And just like with the foundation, I'm going to go and blend this out, but this time I'm not going to spray anything down. And to set my face, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier, but what I'm going to do is the areas that I need to set the most, I'm going to go and set with the beauty sponge, which is going to be underneath me eyes, down the sides of my nose in case I wear like glasses to work or something, on my chin, and then right on the jawline, and then right above my lips. So these are the places that I'm going to try and set the most. The rest of the face is kind of going to just be lightly dusted. I'm not baking or anything. I'm just going to kind of wipe it away with this big brush that I'm using right now. So the key to having a very luminous face is using as many cream products as possible. So for this, I think that it's necessary to kind of set your face after you do your foundation and concealer. You set your face and then you go back in with cream products. So for me, what I have noticed, I'm gonna have to use pretty high-end products that don't pick up any pigment that's already there and that's set, because I am going from from liquid to dry and then going back in and applying something that's wet. And I don't want to set that because that's really what's going to give you the luminous look. So what I'm going to go do is I'm going to bronze up my face. So I'm going to use the Butter Bronzer to kind of just warm up my face and kind of give back a little bit of definition that the foundation took away. You want to make sure to like blend this out and kind of really warm up the face. And then to really kind of chisel the cheeks, I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil in Soleil. The Chocolate Soleil by Too Faced in medium and deep. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this, tap it off, and then just snatch the cheeks a little bit. Sometimes I'll put a little bit right on my eyelids just to kind of give it a tiny bit more definition, because I really don't think I'm going to do any kind of eyeshadow today. So now, going in with the cream products. So I'm using the Smashbox LA Lights Blendable Lip and Cheek Colors. So one is called Hollywood and Highlight, and the other one is called Silver Lake Sunset, which is kind of the peachy color. So what I do is I'll take whichever one I'm using. So I'm gonna be taking this, and I take it on my finger, and then I'm just gonna pat this right where I obviously would do the blush, which I don't really ever wear blush unless I'm trying to do like a very luminous look, and then I'll just kind of place it where I want it, and then tap, 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 tap it out. And like I said, you really want to use high-end products that you know aren't going to pick up any of the color that's underneath. I'm actually gonna kind of put this on my lips. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight. So I'm going to be using the one that's called Hollywood and Highlight. And I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to take it right on my finger and then just dab this at the high points of my cheek and on my nose. And a little bit above my lip. For that, I'm not going to do a ton. And then I also do want to go in with the Anastasia and Amrezy highlighter. And I'm just going to take my finger as well and just kind of dab it right over where I put down the wet product, and this is gonna really just amplify this highlight. So I'm just gonna take another finger and kind of just keep blending this out. And I'm going to take this brush without any extra product and set this down a tiny bit. And what I am gonna do is I'm gonna take the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette, and I'm going to take the light colors with my Beauty Blender. And I'm just gonna clean things up a little bit. And then I'm also going to cover this piece of shit here that just does not want to go away. And I'm going to take this kind of fluffy but flat brush. I'm really going to have to really just trying to hide that. So then lastly, well, right before the other steps, I'm going to go and set my face with the All Nighter Pollution Protection Spray. Once that is almost set all the way, I'm going to take that same little brush and I'm going to dip into the two light colors again and try to cover this bitch up. And I'm going to do my eyes and eyebrows, and I will be right back. Okay, so now that my lashes are on and my eyebrows are done, this is basically what the entire look is going to look like. So it just looks super dewy, super healthy. It doesn't look powdery at all, which is really, really nice. I do enjoy this look, but if you feel like you still would want a little bit more dewiness, you can always spray a little bit of the Tatcha Luminous like on your beauty blender. I'm gonna do 2 spritz and then kind of go over the areas that you feel like might need a little more luminosity, using the Tatcha Luminous spray kind of sparingly and only in the places where you feel like you need more instead of setting your whole face is really going to be the key ingredient here. If you don't have the Tatcha Luminous mist, there are obviously a couple of kind of cheaper alternatives to that, so I will list those down below. Yeah, this is the finished look. I hope that this does help, because I know that not everyone likes a really matte face or a really like powdery looking face. Some people really want it to look as much as natural as possible. Obviously a face has oils on it, so you want it to look as natural in that sort of way as possible, but you also want your makeup clearly to last all night long, because who doesn't? Like, no one likes to get patchy. So the big key ingredients in that is going to be using a good foundation. I would say go towards maybe more of a natural finish foundation, and then setting it fairly lightly, but then also using a good setting spray to kind of finish it all off before you add a little bit more of the Tatcha on. Then that's really going to be the key ingredients in making it last forever but still look really good and really natural. So yeah, I hope that you did enjoy this, and I hope that this helps. And yeah, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.